Hello, my name is Reverend Dikenga-El, and I'm going to show you the weight training exercises that I use to recover from my chest surgery. And they cut me. I got about a foot long incision, and they broke my ribs open and scooped out my lungs, deflated my lungs, scooped them out, sewed me back up, inflated my lungs. And suffice to say, I was in pretty bad shape afterwards. These are some of the exercises that I used to recover, regain my strength. I eventually worked up to be able to press a 90-pound dumbbell for reps. And when I was told I would never press more than 25 pounds, I didn't co-sign that. Now, when you do these exercises, the first one I'm going to show you is the breathing press. Now, the breathing press, the way you want to do that, you stand, feet about shoulder width apart, toes slightly in so they face forward, tracking over your first and second toe, tracking over your knees tracking over the first and second toe, so your toes going straight out there like that. And then when you press up and you inhale, you imagine the red hot dragon energy coming up both legs into your body, all the way up, and then up your arm, and then until they reach the top. When you reach the top, it condenses into your fist when it's over your head like this. And then when you bring the next one down, as your next one's coming down, and then you start bringing this up, and you exhale, and then you bring this one up, inhaling again. And you do the same thing. Bring the energy up, and then to this arm. I'll show you what that looks like. Each time you get the arm all the way up, you want to lift your chest up a little bit so it comes up. Okay. And you're inhaling as you're going up, which is the opposite of what you normally do. This is the breathing press. It's the opposite of what you normally do. Normally, you exhale as you're pressing up because you're pressing a lot of weight. You want to use really light dumbbells. These are 230-pound dumbbells, pretty light for me. Might be too heavy for some other people, might be too light for some others. So you inhale, and so you're bringing in all your energy up through your body, and pretty soon energy will be flowing through your body pretty strong. The next exercise is the swing. You perform this with a kettlebell, and it's a pretty simple exercise. When you do this exercise, how you want to do it, and show it to you front, doing the front too. How you want to do it is you start at the top, standing straight up, then you bend over, keep your back straight, bend over, and then when you come up, it's not an arm movement, it's straight pelvis thrust, and tighten your buttocks and the abdominals as soon as you come up, pelvis thrust. Show you from the front what that looks like. you do that, your visualization, and keep your feet the same way, you know, toes pointing straight out. And when what you want to visualize is as you come down, as you're coming up, visualize the red hot earth energies coming up through your body, and out and forward. And it's coming up. It's dragon energy. And it just keeps coming up from the core area. And that's where your strength comes from. Your strength comes from the core of the earth. Above is the stability energy. Now, before you do any of these exercises, whether it's the Qigong type energy exercise or these weightlifting, and I did this before I turned the video on, but what you want to do is you want to collect your Qi, collect your Xie by breathing in. You start by seeing the masculine cold energy come through the crown of the head down into the lower down too, like red hot. Feminine energy coming from the core of the earth to your lower down chin, and then golden energy that surrounds you coming in through each of your arm down to your lower down chin. You could start out with just one and do like 4 breaths or 8 breaths, and you put your hands in the Vajra fist, thumbs in the palms of my hand, wrapping around at my hips. And then I imagine the cold energy coming through the crown of my head into the lower down chin, 4 breaths or 8 breaths. And then you want to imagine red hot energy coming up, 4 to 8 breaths. Breathe slowly for you and really deep. And then 4 to 8 breaths. Bring it in through the arms, golden energy. And then if your arms get tired, I'll do this every day. But if your arms get tired doing this, you just reset them. And then you want to do, once you get them through your arms, through the head, through the legs, and then through the arms, then you want to do it again, but do 4 to 8 breaths, but do it all at once. Like I said, I showed you this at the end, but you always want to do it at the beginning of any of your Qigong and Nigong exercises. We always collect our Xie, collect our energies, bring them into our core, our center. And then after your practices, you ground. And the way you ground is you want to stand in horse stance and get your feet shoulder width apart, maybe a little farther, if you can do that. The lower you can get, the more grounded you'll feel. But do what's comfortable for you, because you'll be doing this a lot. And then this horse stance is described in the course Way of the Thunder Dragon. You can contact me at Dragon, KEMIST, @gmail.com to find out how you get that course. That's Dragon Chemist with a K @gmail.com. Simon, horse stance, and you want to bow your spine out. You know, so you tuck everything and round your shoulders out, and then you want to ground. You imagine the energies going down to the core of the earth. And inhale, bring them back up. Bring them back down. Up. Down. Take your time. Now, you want to remember that your dominant hand is always the feminine electric energy. To determine that, what you do is you interlace your fingers together, like so, and then close them up. Now, the thumb that's overlapping, the thumb that's on top, is the dominant hand. For me, that's this hand. This will be electric. This will be magnetic. Now, the electric and magnetic fluids are the exact same thing. They are the ones that when you bring them together, they determine your function in the world. A lot of people talk about them as light and dark, masculine and feminine. These are just terminologies, and so don't get too wrapped up in them. I say electric and magnetic, but it's the terminology. It is what it is. What really we're looking for is our function. What is our true nature? A thing can only be happy if it's living within its true nature. As long as it's following all these ego roles, these gender roles, all this stuff that's been programmed into us, it will never be happy. It's like the crocodiles, like two crocodiles that were born conjoined at the stomach, although they fight each other. Don't make no sense because they both wind up starving. Until they come together and work together in harmony, each doing its part to feed and nurture its body, there can be no power, there can be no joy, there can be no happiness. Be nothing but suffering. This is balance. This is the meaning of balance. And so that's the reason we use these terminologies. But the truth is, what is your true nature? Check.